Lost is on.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bite Size Media, a subsidiary of Slate Media. We're watching Lost because it's good. We think. Yeah, we're watching the next episode. A Sun-centric episode, right?
Yep.
Not Jin-centric, but
Sun is the main focus.
That being said, you can't really have one without the other, I'm guessing. Yes. At least in this context. I remember their relationship becoming one of the more compelling ones across the series.
Yes.
Isn't it her she has a very powerful father who disapproves of their relationship.
Yeah.
It's one of those stories.
It's like originally he is a really nice guy, and then it's like, I'm never going to become involved in your father's work. And then her father puts him in this might, again, be remembering all of it. But then, like, her father puts him in a situation where he becomes the guy that he always said he wasn't going to her. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yes, that's pretty accurate.
Is it that, or was it they're getting away from him?
I think it ends up being that.
Yeah.
It's like he's in too deep, so it's like we got to get out of here while we can, and that's why they're on the flight.
Yes, I believe so.
Gotcha. I'm just looking ahead. Sorry.
Nope.
I do remember that she can speak English. That's what I do remember.
Spoilers.
Well, obviously.
It sheds a different light on those scenes where, like, Michael's trying to talk to her about, can you watch Walt, and he's talking very loud and slow, and it's like she can understand him. But no one knows that because she can't let them know because her own husband doesn't know.
Why do you think it's our default when someone can't understand us to speak louder
I don't know.
and slower? Even though we know, like, so if, like, we're dealing with, like, someone that is hard of hearing but we know can speak English, that makes sense.
Right.
Someone who we know speaks a different language, I don't know why we would think that does anything.
It's like we think louder means clearer.
That is a very American experience.
I will say this. I know, like, not being fluent in any other languages, but knowing some, like Spanish, for example, it would personally make it easier for somebody to speak louder and slower versus knowing I can pick up some of it that way.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, you don't have to yell. They don't have to yell at you.
Right, yeah.
Could you watch over Walt? It's like, oh my gosh.
It's not really even that much slower, though.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could think of is maybe saying it slower like that gives you more time to motion to what you mean.
That's
true.
true.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't really speak a second language either. I'm dumb American.
Same.
Anything else?
I'm ready to watch.
Yeah.
All right, let's get lost. Welcome back, everybody. We just watched House of the Rising Sun. Yeah. That was a good episode. I always forget how complex and nuanced Sun and Jin's story is.
We haven't even seen more of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, just what we saw in and of itself.
Yeah, it is like, oh yeah.
I think it's probably the best one we've seen so far.
As far as backstory.
Yeah.
Lots is pretty good, though.
And
we just haven't gotten into it yet.
And maybe it's just because, I mean, as of right now, maybe it's just because I guess, relate to that one more. And I'm more, I don't know. I like this one better than Locke's myself. But he also always kind of freaked me out in this first season because his attitude is very cultish towards the island.
Yeah. And it's all big, like this little smile all the time. Like, look up, Charlie. What, you want me to pray? Look up. And there's his guitar. What kind of guitar was it?
An Ovation.
Are those good guitars?
I don't like them because they're.
Would the guitar in its case survive that fall.
Probably not, but hey, Jack's dad was alive and walking around on this island, and his body wasn't in the coffin, so... And Kate exists, and somehow everybody forgets that, if you go into water, bees don't follow you into water, so...
We had to have an excuse for Matthew Fox and Evangeline Lilly to take off their shirts together in a cave.
They didn't make out, though. How very un-American of them.
So we were trying to guess the Sun and Jin backstory. So it's you were right about he starts working and then becomes deep in it. And I had thought they were escaping. She was going to leave him there.
Well, yeah, they were escaping. She was going to leave him.
Yeah,
She was.
They're both escaping. Is
I didn't interpret it as that. In fact, I'm not even sure why it was Australia that they had to leave from. Were they living in Australia?
I don't. That's why it's got to be like there's more to it, and we'll get there eventually.
Wait. I think I'm remembering.
Okay.
Do you want me to say?
Yeah. What do you think?
So Jack gets Doesn't Jack get the tattoos in like Thailand or something?
I forgot he even had tattoos until they bring it up.
No, but like it's something like that. Like geographically, I don't know where Thailand is. I can't imagine it in my head right now. Obviously, but like it's somewhere like around there. I wonder if they're not going immediately to LA from that point. If they're going like over here or over there, and Jack is just on that flight, and that's why we don't see anyone else from the plane around there.
I don't remember.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The big reveal in the episode is, as we've said, Sun speaks English.
It's also probably one of the best reveals so far.
It is. I need to talk to you. He goes, you can speak English? And it makes sense why she didn't say anything before, because her husband doesn't know. And then he's like, why would you not tell your husband? It's like, because he has a temper. And it's like, you don't say. He almost drowned Michael over a watch.
It's also very selfish, though, because she could have been communicating between the two of them and getting Jin to collect them fish. Because he can do it with his bare hands.
But remember, Jin said, we need to look out for ourselves. So they've kind of been separate from the group for a lot of it, doing their own thing. And then when they try to give people the fish, a lot of them are like, no.
It's fair.
That reveal was interesting to me the first time around, back when I was watching it, because I started with season 5.
Yeah.
And she was obviously already speaking English, and he was too, actually, at the time.
That's right.
And
yeah.
So when I started watching season 1, I was like, oh, they're not speaking English at all. What's the deal here? And then she did in this episode. But then it took me a long time. Like, when in the world is Jin going to learn English? Anyway,
isn't it season 3?
This episode, but I think it might have even been longer than that. But
maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, I knew she spoke English.
And then we got to see my favorite character,
Vincent.
Yes.
In what, 2 shots?
It doesn't matter. We saw him. He's there. He's planning everybody's escape.
He is.
They are about to plan their escape.
Yeah.
You must remember more of what comes next.
I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Every time as we're speaking, I do start to remember more and more things. 'Cause I was actually thinking in this episode, like, they find the cave and have to make the decision where they're going to live. And that's about as far as I remember as, like, all the things that happen in season 1. We have so much of the season left.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we have, 18 episodes left.
I slowly remember more and more. They're going to build a raft.
It's not a raft. It's a sodding boat. It's one of my favorite Charlie lines. But so, the decision to move to the cave was real quick for a show that is spread out.
Yeah.
That was like, we're moving to the caves. And Saeed, I think you were like, why does it make sense? And then Saeed explaining it, I was like, actually, they're both kind of right. But then it's just, oh, we're going. Oh.
Yeah, but then why is it not like station someone at the beach for a day, then they come back to the cave, then another person
Which is
goes.
what they said, Jack said was going to happen. He said, yep, someone can stay out here and keep the thing going. Why does it have to be you? Yeah. So the plan was to have someone. So Jack is like, yeah, I think it's a pretty good plan. Saeed's thing was more of why are you just made a decision without getting a consensus. You just decided for us. Yeah. And it makes sense because, Locke told Jack you need to take charge. So Jack's taking charge. And he said he's not a leader. Well, he's not really. Yeah, so again, Saeed sees why they should stay on the beach, but the bigger thing was Jack just made a decision without even talking about it.
Don't they eventually get like running water on the beach too?
I mean,
yeah, they take all the bamboo that Michael's cutting up.
No, I mean like
aqueducts.
I'm actually being serious.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure they do that.
Yeah.
Or like pipe it from the hatch.
Something.
yeah, something.
Yeah.
Eventually, this island becomes basically the resort it's filmed on.
Yeah, it's true. I always get parts of it too because it's like, isn't there a part where someone's like using the drinking water to like wash off? And I realize, no, that's the kids' version of the show that was on around the same time. Are you aware of this? I just remembered this like last week before we were watching, and I was like, there was a show. What was the channel? I know the name of the show. I just can't remember the channel it was on. It was called Flight 29 Down. It's the same premise, less supernatural elements, and it's a group of teenagers that were on a private flight that went down on an island. And there's like 8 of them. Corbin Blue is in it. Like,
where can I stream this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it was on it was on a channel, and I remember my brother and I would watch it because again, it's Lost for kids, basically for teens, and I'm getting parts of it mixed up because like one thing is, hey, we don't have a lot of drinking water, and so one of them she's like washing her hair with it, and they get into a fight, and so I'm like, when does that happen? Because that feels like something Shannon would do.
Yeah.
And maybe it is.
Holy crap.
It's real, isn't it? Very early 2000s, isn't it?
Holy crap.
I just remembered this. And I was like, oh, that's right. And it's much shorter. I think
it's 3 seasons.
Yeah, and what's it, like 40 episodes?
I have no idea.
It's not as long, but I remember, and it's half-hour episodes. Oh, yeah. But, and I remember similar things happen where like, oh, we have to make this decision. Oh, the group splits up. Oh, there's something else happening on the island. Like all that stuff. Yeah. And, yep, and I remember the ending of that better than this show. Is it streaming on anything?
Yeah, it's streaming on Tubi.
On Tubi? Of course it is. Of course it's on Tubi. What was the channel it was on? Good grief. It was like channel 103 on Spectrum for the longest time. And it's not
also on Peacock. That might be what I'm doing tonight, guys.
Wow.
What? Because it changed to like the Hub and then changed again. But when my brother
Discovery
and I were
Family is what
Discovery
it says.
Kids was what it was on. There are a bunch of shows on there that my brother and I would watch. And that was one of them. And it's the only overarching thing. So it's like, yeah. Do they get rescued? What? Why? Who has a crush on who now? Right? Because it's a teen soap opera on an island. So, yeah, just to bring that up, I had to bring that up at some point early. Because again, as Lost goes on, it's much less like that show.
It's broadcast on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this could get much more.
Well. Any other thoughts on House of the Rising Sun after I deviated for 5 minutes?
I don't remember. What are we watching again?
Lost. Are you lost yourself?
Yeah, I am a bit lost myself.
Well, if we have nothing else to say, I have found a little piece of paper here that.
Oh, all right, you guys. That was something. Next week, if you want to join us, we're watching, I think it's called The Moth.
The Moth. It's Charlie's first episode. Second episode. First solo episode.
Until then, if you want to check out Flight 29 Down or send during the rest of the week, Jared, where can they find us?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikTok, and X.
Formerly known as Twitter.
You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Hey, if it's YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring our bell to get all the update for new videos as Jake holds back laughter at this wonderful time capsule of a show, I'm guessing is what he's looking at.
There's a movie!
Hotel Tango?
Flight 29 Down movie!
What's it called?
I don't know.
I thought it was like Hotel Tango.
Television film, okay. The Hotel Tango,
Yeah! Don't remember how I remembered that, but I remembered it. But yeah, make sure you check us out on all those socials.
And with that, I guess we're just gonna get Flight 29 down.